Alright, and we're all sitting here in this Chili's tonight feeling sad about bugs.
Yeah. You know what I'm sad about bugs?
What are you sad about?
There's not really many bugs outside anymore.
Winter has come.
Yeah, bug season's over.
It's gonna be cold now.
Yep. I had to wear a coat. Not like a heavy coat. Not that I have any heavy coats anyway, but like, you know, a coat just now when I was out. And my, some of my warmer boots.
So, anyway, good evening, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Evil King Sam.
I'm still Yo.
And, we're playing Hollow Knight. This is going to be our last... sorry. This is gonna be our last game of Hollow Knight. So there's a couple NPCs that I want to visit. I don't have, like, any charms on. That's fine. This isn't even the right way. God. Oh wait, sure it is. I can make it work.
Today might be the last stream if Sam figures out where he's going and how to get there.
Not there.
Jury's out. Might not happen.
I know these crossroads like the back of my... Hey, when did that get there?
Dang it, I knew exactly that you were gonna do that, you stupid cheese clown.
What, that
You
I was
moron
going to, like...
ding-dong.
That I was gonna run into a two-mask explosion?
That too.
Well. Look at this. Hi, Salubra. A special blessing from me to you. You've earned it. Mwah. My dear. A blessing for you. With your excessive patronage and those startling good looks. You've more than earned it.
Salubra just likes to be able to crush other bugs. Oh, thanks, Salubra.
Well, and I'm sure my dad would have enjoyed being crushed by her, because he loved big women. But...
Yeah.
I mean the Pale King, by the way, not like Sam's IRL dad.
You have a real dad?
No, I spawned from the abyss, fully formed like the goddess Athena. Anyway, those blessed are followed by beauty and love.
Well,
I
that's
hope my
something.
blessing brings you everything you desire. Don't be a stranger, sweetums. I love you, Salubra. Alright, we've gotten this dialogue before. Yep. Alright, that is all of Salubra's dialogue. I love her. Let's check out her blessing.
Oh, delightful.
So she will just, she refills my soul, so now benches refill soul. I don't have to go to tram stations. Let's put this on just for the moment, and these just for the moment. I'm probably gonna revamp this when we get to final boss town, but,
You get lost easily. It's okay, we understand.
I do get lost easy. Oh. Also, I do that easy. Fucking bye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my cat wants to sit on my lap, which is funny because I'm still using my little pedal bike thing. So,
Yeah. I can't imagine that that's very comfortable, but...
yeah.
I don't know.
He's
It might be
determined.
fine.
He's determined
Yeah, he
to
might
make
not
it
mind.
work.
My cat likes to sit on my lap no matter what random position I'm in, so...
I don't even need to do this. At the same time as it occurred to me, chat reminded me I have a dream gate. So I can just, one of the other NPCs I want to visit is my mom. To get the final dialogue from her. For that good lore. Hi, Mom. Alright, we've gotten this dialogue. Still horny. Ah, there we go. That pulsing emptiness. Truly, it has been transformed by the revelations it found. Does it feel anything? Triumph? Or hate? If it does, I cannot sense it. The fate of our kingdom, our hollow nest, that future belongs to you now. So speaking of the revelations I found, last week Yo had the theory that the memory that we witnessed in the Abyss was just the Hollow Knight's memory, which the Abyss showed to me after I became one with the Void. Which is counter to the theory that I often see in fandom, that it's little ghost's memory. I need to go down, don't I? Yes, down, then right, down. Okay. That it's little ghost's memory, and that they, sorry. I can't do two things at once.
For reference, Sam did message me about 2 minutes ago, being like, hey, I haven't stopped thinking about this all week, so we're gonna talk about it.
Yes, like, literally the whole week, all I've done is think about how Yo's theory was like, hey, I think it's actually the Hollow Knight's memory, and you're just there in their memory that the Abyss held onto for you.
Yeah. So personally, I like my theory a lot because it also lends to the idea that this plan was never going to go right because the Hollow Knight was already feeling things.
Yes, and I agree that they've been feeling stuff since day one. I don't even know if I needed to actually say, oh well, there might have been a faster way. It doesn't matter, we're gonna chat about it. So, I agree that the Hollow Knight was probably feeling stuff from, like, Instant 1. It's just... Now, let me see where we're going. Oh, this is a great place to be. So, again, I can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. So I agree that the Hollow Knight was feeling things, but also, so when that memory starts, it starts with Ghost crawling their way out of their dead siblings' bodies, and it also is cued by us dream nailing a, okay, there's a way for me to, nope.
That's not it.
Sorry, this is a really, there we go, wow. That's a really hard
jump.
Is that a
speedrunner trick?
No, that's just, we unlocked that shortcut last time, it's just a difficult shortcut to use. But yeah, like, because that flashback, oops. Alright, fuck that. Because that flashback starts with us crawling our way out, and ends with us hanging on the ledge, like, it's that hanging on the ledge and falling off that makes me think that was Ghost's personal experience. Because, like, I just didn't feel like it would have put them on the ledge if it were just Hollow's memory. At the same time, I'm like, well, where else would they be? Oh, I have to Crystal Heart off there. Never mind. You know, like, at the same time, where else would they be if not hanging on that ledge? Like, in that memory. Like, I guess theoretically they could have been on one of the little platforms, but it's so far down that it doesn't really work. Let me sit here for a moment. So, like...
Yeah.
I love you, Salubra. What a mood whiplash, though.
So we're trying to have a moment here.
You know, so I feel like the evidence goes both ways. Like, the fact that you hear the Pale King's dialogue even after you've fallen down suggests that it's Hollow's memory, but also we could hear the Pale King's dialogue the whole time while climbing up, and I assume that, like, his voice is, like, all-encompassing because all of the siblings were driven to climb up to seek his light. And I don't know if that's supposed to be waved off as, like, bug biology, you're born and you have instincts, or if it's like, you know, all the propaganda we've seen about how his light has like this effect on a bug's mind, and he'd already been experimenting with with making the void imprint upon his like orders and commands. So since like me and all my siblings are born of void, like I think it's within reason to assume that the Pale King, like, directed us to climb for him. And so, I think it's within reason to think that we might have all heard his voice as we were climbing. Or it could have been that that's, like, what Hollow heard when they were already on the ledge. Like, those are the things that he was saying to them after they already made the climb. Oh, and in the chat, I really enjoy this. Like, Ghost and Hollow were probably born in the same batch, so it could easily be a memory that they shared that Ghost is revisiting from both perspectives. So, yeah. So I feel like basically, regardless of your interpretation, it's clear that Hollow made it up there, and the Pale King spoke to them, and they looked back for one reason or another, and then they chose to follow the Pale King, whether they chose to follow him, like whether they made that choice or whether they were still just acting under his orders. Like, I guess you could have a lot of fun debating that.
Yeah, I feel like so this is sort of similar to there's sort of like a moral dilemma in BioShock, specifically the second one actually, where you are playing a Big Daddy, which is theoretically like a human who has been turned into a monster to the point that they no longer have like any emotions and are really just like walking instinct, with the instinct to protect the little sisters. So you are playing as this guy who is theoretically, you know, emotionless, just going on a murder spree, trying to get his basically his daughter back. But because you, the player, are playing a character and playing a game, obviously, like, the thing is that everything has emotions. Like, everything that is alive has emotions because it needs to have an emotion in order to do a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
this was,
like, if... Go ahead.
This was always my beef with, like, Kingdom Hearts, with the nobodies. They're like, we don't feel anything, we have no emotions. I'm like, but you literally made a secret organization with a goal. Like, you...
So the nobodies to go off of this, like, they very obviously have emotions. They're just being lied to.
Yeah.
And I think that the game is not subtle about that.
Yeah.
Like...
Anyway, I'm pedaling. I'm so excited, I'm pedaling. I'm pedaling because I'm excited about this conversation.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. But yeah, no, like, so the nobodies in Kingdom Hearts obviously have emotions.
Yeah.
Like, they're being told that they don't, and they are being, like, gaslit to think that they don't, but they obviously do.
They've been, like, emotionally manipulated and snowed.
Yeah, like, and I don't think the game is particularly subtle about that. They're also all just morons.
Yeah, and I think you can argue. There's I see like two schools of thought with the Hollow Knight. Like, it's stated that they failed in containing the Radiance because of an idea instilled, and it's implied that that was affection for their deadbeat dad. But
I disagree. I mean, I'm sure they maybe had affection for their deadbeat dad. I think the problem is that nothing is without thought. Nothing is without emotion, because you need a thought to do, and like.
Yeah. So
all of the siblings would have had the thought of, I'm going to listen to this voice and climb out of here, and that's still a thought and an emotion that has led them to do that. Like, from the start, they all had emotions.
Yeah. So like, there's just like, there's two schools of thought with the Hollow Knight. Like, one of them is that the Hollow Knight is fully aware that they have emotions, and they're like in denial about it, and they have a facade of being empty, and like the whole time that they're alive they're pretending, which I don't personally jive with, because I feel like if you're hatched and you immediately are told like, you're my empty vessel, you have no mind to think and no will to break, then like everything in your head isn't thoughts anymore. It's just like, you don't even recognize it as thoughts. You're just like, okay, sure, I have nothing. And like, so anything you do, you're not even like thinking to compare it to another bug's experience. You're just like, you're gonna react differently because you're not being raised with the same socialization, and then you're just gonna be like, oh, I react differently because I don't have emotions. Like, it's that's fine.
Yeah, like the Hollow Knight and all of the siblings, for that matter, are very obviously being gaslit in the same way that the nobodies from Kingdom Hearts are.
Yeah.
This game is just a little more subtle about it, I guess. But like, literally nothing out in the world capable of movement is without thought/emotion. Like,
exactly.
when I see a spider and the spider decides to come see what I'm up to, like, that's because that spider is having a thought and an emotion that it wants to see what I'm up to, you know?
Yeah, and like those videos of the dogs that are learning to talk.
Yeah.
They're having feelings. Oh yeah, we've spent like 20 minutes talking.
The plan was never going...
Let me,
the plan was never going to work.
Yeah.
The Pale King was just a big old moron.
So we're gonna move from bad thoughts.
Making action figures?
We're gonna move from bad thoughts to good thoughts.
Oh no, they're gonna make their little action figures kiss.
Look who's joined us. We have quite a merry crowd now, don't we?
Oh.
This fellow came wandering into my hut, quite distraught, and on his own quest for a new calling in life. We talked, and found a common love of creating and building and honing a craft. So now we make art together. It's good to have company. I hadn't realized how lonely I was.
No. I do like the making little action figures. Now kiss.
I like getting the insight on his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It did! He adopted me instantly! Aww.
To sta jugando.
Almost.
To sta jugando.
Oh, and SHEO's one of the people who gives you confirmation on some of the names of knights. You can see that he's building a little Ogrim figure himself.
Yeah.
Or is that Hedgemall that he's building? It's one of them.
One of them.
Because he's talking about Hedgemall. So he gives us the names and confirmations of like who is who.
To sta jugando.
Ah, Ranjo Stenja.
This is why I didn't kill him. Because he can find happiness, you guys.
Good.
The world is made of more than metal and weapons.
Look, he's painted his little friend there on his canvas.
Yes.
He's painted the nailsmith.
Also, I get the achievement Happy Couple.
Oh, they're gay and married. Yay.
Keep walking, we're
They
gay.
got bug married.
Ranjo Stenja.
Hooray for bug marriage.
Hooray for bug marriage. And I love how happy and excited he is about his new art.
This is very cute.
Juncha.
Says this is fabulous.
Juncha.
He's happy. Also, I'm gonna go sit on the bench a couple times. And see. No. There's a chance to get a different, God damn it.
Your babies are so confused.
Yes.
Oh, cute.
He paint him. He paints him boyfriend.
Yep.
It's love, SHEO. It's true love.
Love. True love.
He once again invites me to stay. It's very sweet.
So treasure your love.
Do I get any different Dream Girl dialogue here? No, same.
Ranjo Stenja.
It's so cute. He's a delicate sort.
I'm very happy for these nerds.
Juncha.
An inspiring soul.
Alright, Sam, don't cry yet. You've got a lot of crying still left to do.
Cry if I want. Anyway, I love them. I love that there's one happy ending in all of Hallownest.
Look, sometimes that's all it takes to make, like, you feel like you did the right thing.
So unfortunately, like, I love getting the happy couple achievement. Unfortunately, there also exists an achievement for killing the nailsmith. I will never get that one. I will be, sir, not 100%ing my achievos.
That's fine. Achievements aren't there for any reason anyway.
Yeah. Except so other people can know how much time I've wasted on Steam. Nope. Alright. Now, I believe we visited all the NPCs I wish to visit. It's time. And we also talked about Hollow Knight. I also do want to point out how, like, it seems pretty clear to me that that little ghost and the Hollow Knight hatched at the same time. But the Hollow Knight, they much bigger. Here, give me a kiss for luck, sweetheart. Mwah.
Well, like, how long did you spend just kind of fucking chilling in the abyss, you know?
That is a great question. It's never answered. Team Cherry...
And like, how many times has the ghost died since that has happened? Like, it's possible that the ghost just keeps dying and that's why they don't grow.
Ah, also an interesting theory.
I'm here with all the really cool and interesting theories.
Love them. So Team Cherry hasn't really said, like, how Ghost escaped the Abyss or when. It's canon that they left. Oh, you weren't here last time. Hello. The path is open. One way or another, an end awaits inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your legs. Its bindings would drain me were I to join. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt. Though if the moment presents, I'll aid as I'm able.
Hakana Sagamos.
Would you supplant our birth-cursed sibling, or would you transcend it? So an end of your choosing, so this is the meta that we can do 2 different endings right now. Supplant our birth-cursed sibling, we've seen that one happen, or transcend it. Also, you know, this is confirmation, if we didn't have it before, the Pale King is our shitty dad, he's Hornet's shitty dad too, we are siblings. The Hollow Knight is my very sad sibling.
Hakana Sagamos.
My very sad, very tall, very suffering sibling. Could it achieve that impossible thing? Should it? Alright. So, it's time for us to get the worst ending. And then the ending. Alright, let's check these out. Don't need that. Salubra, thank you for being here. Alright, what should I take? Oh. Yes! You. Okay. Perfect. Let me just... Hey, Sib. Love you. Ah, shit. I love you.
Something about this boss fight also makes me think that Hollow Knight does not actually know who Ghost is, even if they, like, were formed at the same time. I don't think they had a particularly strong, if any, connection in the void. Sam is concentrating, so he's not gonna be able to talk to me, so I'm just gonna talk at a wall. But yeah, like, I don't know. There's something about how, like, yes, they angry, yes, they dying, but also, I don't think that they really interacted in the Abyss at all, probably. Which, like, I guess that makes sense, if they were all just kind of, like,
yeah, I don't
woke
think
up
Hollow had, like, much awareness when they were just hatched.
Yeah. Well, I don't think, as much as you're like, oh, my sibling, I don't think that Ghost and Hollow really care for each other at all.
Well, I disagree that, that Ghost doesn't care. Like, Ghost is doing literally everything they're doing for Hollow.
Like, I think Ghost cares about the idea of a sibling more than specifically Hollow.
Well, maybe. Like, they came to Hollow Nest in response to either Hollow or someone else screaming.
Yeah.
They came in response to a scream that came from Hollow.
Yeah. I don't think that... Oh, hi. Thanks. Yeah, I don't think that Hollow and Ghost really have a relationship at all.
No, I think Ghost would like one though.
Yeah, I mean, for now, sure.
Unfortunately.
Hey, is Hornet okay?
That's a great question.
Like, she said that this place was bad for her too.
She sure did.
She should probably, like, leave if she's still alive.
Know how I called this the worst ending?
Is it because she's weird? Yeah, so this is the one where she dies.
She becomes the seal upon me in the temple.
Cool. Alright.
So we got the sealed siblings achievement. Nobody likes this. Nobody liked that. So that's the worst ending out of the way. I remember the first time I played the Hollow Knight, right? I got the ending we got last time because I hadn't gone to the birthplace, and I cried to my friend that I didn't like the ending, and my friend was like, "Go to the birthplace." So I went to the birthplace, and then I got this ending, and then I cried to my friend like, "That one was worse," and my friend was like, "You gotta use the dream nail, Sam." So that's what we're doing next, friends.
Okay.
I don't know if I can skip the credits. I don't think I can.
Well, see you in an hour.
It's not gonna take that long. But yeah, so that's the sealed siblings ending. So that is me transcending my birth-cursed sibling. I love how poetic Hornet is. Yeah, so Hornet becomes the dreamer who seals me, which would be an unbreakable seal because no one could get in there to kill her to break the seal that she's behind, except she will probably die in there because the Blackade Temple is built to sustain a void creature, and she is not a void creature. So let's try transcending my sibling. Also, continual confirmation that all vessels are genderless because Hornet is using sibling as a, a neutral, and she definitely knows, like, all about us, the vessels. Like, I think she would know if, but also, again, like, everyone refers to her as the gendered child. So,
yeah. Anyway,
thank you, Kickstarter. Thanks for bringing this game to me. This Friday, Fangamer is going to release new Hollow Knight merchandise, so me over here just vibrating, like, super excited about new Hollow Knight merch, but also, what if Silksong Shadow drop?
That'd be funny. They did drop, and you've already this because I yelled about it to you already, but they dropped new Dark Souls merch, and it was good. The fucking shield pin looked real slick. I had to buy it immediately, so I hope I get it soon.
Alright.
That's the same shield that's on my hoodie that is also Dark Souls, that is also from them.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
pedaling. I love that I got this stupid little floor pedal thing so I can, like, work off my energy.
Have some sort of outlet for your energy.
I have so much energy. Let me recharge some of this soul because that is going to help us. Alright, thank you, Salubra. Love you. Alright. Hello, I love you.
Okay.
Sam, are you even trying? Sure I am.
Are you just waiting until Hornet shows up to restrain
no,
them?
she'll show up based on their health. I have to get them down to a lower phase. I'm just being bad at this
Okay.
game. Alright, so this is their second phase. Now,
Does Hornet have to show up for this tour? This ending?
well, and now that we've completed the birthplace scene, she'll always be at the front, and so she will always show up when they get down to a certain amount of health.
Okay. So like you have to dream nail for
Yes.
this fight, yeah? Can you dream nail at any point, or do you have to
It's
wait
gotta
for
be
Hornet?
when Hornet restrains them.
What happens if you do it sooner?
Nothing. Let's see if I can get in there. Nope. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
No thoughts, head empty. Apparently they did have Dreamnail dialogue that got cut, and some of it, most of it is just like, kill or whatever, but one line is father.
None of them are like, ouch, me hurt.
Some of them might be actually like suffering. Giant siblings,
No.
giant head.
Yeah, you know, I feel like, after that, because of the Mabim video that you did, like, I feel like after all this, Hollow Knight would be absolutely fine with giving up the ability
Yeah.
to jump.
Yeah. Oh. We're in the dream realm.
If they never have to jump again, then, like, that's fine with them.
Oh my gosh. I have to take a deep breath. I have to take a second deep breath. Okay. Alright.
Uh-huh.
Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do.
It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Who remembers the moth's old light?
Yeah, so she's just hanging out inside of the night, the Hollow
She
Knight.
was what was sealed within them. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Okay. So yeah, she was just chilling inside Hollow. That's fine. I'm sure she loved that.
She angry.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Just letting your babies do all
You
the
know,
work here.
that's that's why I have
Viable
them.
strategy.
That's why they're here. Ah! Sorry if I'm loud.
Yeah,
She
no, this
does
is
2
fine.
massive damage and I forgot. How could you forget her, Sam? How could you forget her?
How could you? I like that her legs are like a sword.
Ah!
This seems fine. That was only one match.
Oh, I must have hit the spikes. Ooh.
Would you be able to do this fight if you didn't have
No,
your babies?
I've never done this fight without my babies.
You should have brought more babies.
These are the only ones that matter because they help me regain soul.
I mean, you could have a whole bunch of babies. Though.
No, because
One of your babies just
That's
committed
fine.
suicide.
They came back. Ooh! The, oh, fuck. Ah!
Take your time.
Okay, the glowing womb babies will drain my soul. I can't have those. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Part 2.
No floor. Floor is lava. Ugh.
Oops. Does that start
No.
the fight over?
Thank god. Oh!
Just remember, kids, this is why you shouldn't lock an angry sun deity inside one of your children. The same bullshit that Naruto went through.
Need more soul.
I can't believe the Hollow Knight is with Naruto. I can't decide if Sam just didn't comprehend my really good
I
comment,
did.
or...
I'm just trying to prioritize. Oh my god, that was so fucking lucky. Ah!
This seems fine.
Oh! Ants in the microwave dodging radiation.
I hope chat enjoyed my really good comment.
I am positive they did. Oh! Where are you? Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
I don't think this is a Wendy's, I hate to tell you that, Sam. This is the spiritual opposite of a Wendy's.
Oh!
Well done.
Thanks. I work out.
Well, you're working out now. With your pedals.
Ah! Love to just sit in the way of... Ooh. I was doing so well. Oh!
Did you get that hubris mug?
Look who's in the background there. Please stop!
Gomo? Oh.
People be like, the Radiance can't aim. I'm like, you're all fools. She can aim great. The Hollow Knight's directive was to restrain her. I don't like this.
Can I get an F in chat? I'm gonna assume you're all putting Fs in chat. Good night, babies.
So, that's the Dream No More ending, because, you know, the Radiance was the Moth's goddess of light and dreams. So, it's essentially, you know, I talked about the Pale King, like, what he did to the moths as a people, and, like, what he did to a lot of the bug people, like, where he basically did a genocide on them. And unfortunately, because Ghost's priority is to save the Hollow Knight, like, they came back to Hollow Nest because they heard the Hollow Knight scream, or they heard the Radiance scream through the Hollow Knight. But, like, that opening cutscene is why the Hollow Knight comes back, and... or why Ghost comes back. And you... Like so many of the things in this game, like, when you encounter a new thing, like, you go into the Hollow Knight's head, like, you go into their dream, and the Radiance is there, and just like when we went into the Hive, like, the only interaction I have available to me is fight. And so much as I hate the Pale King, in this ending you basically continue his awful work, because it's the only option that you have available to you to complete the game, and to, like, save Hollow in a way that doesn't just continue to imprison the Radiance, because now we know that the other two endings were just me becoming her new Sunny D bottle. I am the new vessel, here because you cracked your old vessel, because that one had feelings. Feelings.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, so that sucks.
Yeah, and Chad is also having discussion about how, like, the Void's tentacle imagery holding the Radiance down is, like, kind of gross, which I think just further emphasizes how what you're doing sucks, and, like, you're just complicit in this great tragedy.
Yeah, I would say, like, you definitely don't come out of this looking like a good person. But that's not the point. The point is not to come out looking like a good person. The point is that, you know, white supremacy destroys everyone, not just indigenous people. Though honestly, just destroying indigenous people should be enough of a reason to not support white supremacists.
And just in case that ending, like, didn't drive the point home enough, the two endings that we're not getting involve, like, you can look them up on YouTube. They're lovely animations. But the two endings we're not getting involve, like, you go through Godseeker's pantheons and you prove yourself, like, in combat against all of the gods of Hollow Nest, which are, like, all the bosses, basically. And then you become the Lord of Shades, like, the Void embodied, and the Godseeker who, like, opened up the pantheons to you, like, you consume her from the inside out as Void.
Lovely.
And it's, like, it's sort of, again, like, violence is not a good solution here, my friend.
No. It's unfortunate that there isn't really an option given to the Ghost or any of the little Abyss babies aside from violence, but it has come to the point where, one, they don't have any other options just because they don't know any other options, but also because it has just gone so far that, like, there is no happy ending, and that fucking sucks.
Because, like, you know, the Radiance was, of course, angry because her people were, like, conquered, right? And so, like, she sent the infection through dreams, and you know, it's not good that it catches a lot of innocent people in the crossfire, like people who had no control of or even knowledge of like the previous conflict died. Like everyone in Hollowness dies basically. And so like that's not good,
Except the happy
but like
couple.
you can completely understand why she's done it, because like what like she had like nothing she had nothing else. Like
Yeah, like by making empty vessels to contain her, the Pale King has rendered her with nothing except her rage, basically.
like, you know,
So by creating a situation where he would have these emotionless, quote unquote, because they obviously still have emotions, vessels, he has cursed her basically to the same fate that he has given all of his
I mean, and
children.
he basically does it even before the vessels come into play, because like the vessels came into play as a response to the infection, which was a response to like him like taking away her people and like brainwashing them with his light.
Is there any lore on what exactly, like, where she was before she got like locked away into Hollow? Or does she only exist in dreams?
So yeah, I don't know. I
or-
think because of the parallels between her and like the Nightmare Heart, which we didn't really do in this playthrough, I think it's arguable that she only existed in dreams. Like, unlike who we actually encounter in person, and the White Lady and the Pale King, I don't see any indication that the Radiance existed outside of dreams, but, like, it's possible that she did. There's definitely that big statue of her above the Crystal Peak. And yeah. So, like, and the fact that, like, at the end all the vessels come to support Ghost, I think, like, again, like, we unified the Void. Like, all the vessels are now non-aggro to us because of the Void Heart. Like, they basically do what we want. So I don't think that the vessels or the Void bears any particular ill will towards the Radiance. I think that it's just following Ghost, who's like, the Radiance is in my sibling's head. I'ma get her out of there. With the only tool I have, which is my nail.
This game does not have a particularly uplifting message, huh?
No. It's just a tragedy, and tragedies are there to make you feel sad and think about your life.
I mean, it's definitely sad, but, like, also thinking about, like, as a parallel to real life, it's sad that, you know, real life is also fucking shitty as hell for indigenous people, who have had largely the same thing happen, where they've had, like, their culture stripped from them in a lot of cases. They've been sort of kicked out of their land and left sort of on to fend for their own, or in a lot of cases to, like, have to actively fight against the system that has taken them over. And it sucks because there are no reparations in this game, and much as I wish there would be fucking reparations in real life, I don't have any confidence it'll actually happen.
It's yeah, so I think I love this game. It makes me feel things. A lot of sad things, you know, and I am very curious about what Silksong will entail.
Do we know if it's like a prequel or
I thought
sequel?
but I have seen some people say it could be a prequel, so I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I also am thinking about, like, tragedy games like Hyper Light Drifter, of course.
Yes. Well, Hyper Light Drifter, I feel like, is different in that, well, it still ends in, sorry, this is gonna be some big Hyper Light Drifter spoilers, leave now if you haven't played that game, because I'm about to talk about it. I feel like that game at least leaves off in a happier ending. Because so in Hollow Knight just now, basically all of the Void Children are just
all
done.
the Void. Well, so all the Void Children except the Hollow Knight and Little Ghost are implied to be dead from one cause or another. Like the Nosk ate a few that escaped. The one in Green Path is dead either by their own hand or something else, or even possibly Hornet, because like it's definitely logical to conclude that Hornet approached all vessels with lethal force, not just me. And
yeah, but yeah, like my point is that like all the Shade Children are dead. Dreams no longer exist. We just murdered a deity. Like everything has gone to shit. There are very few bugs still left alive, and the kingdom that they're in is falling apart and probably won't last much longer if they stay in it.
On the plus side, the fact that Hornet wakes up in this ending implies that the enchantments on the Black Egg Temple are no more, which also implies that a lot of the stasis of Hollow Nest is no more, so it could eventually like enter the greater world, like and be like I don't know. It could be recovered. I don't by like the 5 bugs who are still alive.
Yeah, I feel like Hyper Light Drifter, while again leave now if you want to avoid spoilers on Hyper Light Drifter, while Drifter does die and like Guardian also dies, we see at the very end that the immortal cell, which had been leeching off of the entire world, has also been destroyed. So like there is a definite happy ending for everyone who has survived, which is unfortunately not including the main character.
And I think that Hyper Light Drifter is sort of about the tragedy of like illness, and the world continuing to go on even after illness may prove terminal. And Hollow Knight is more about the tragedy of white colonizers. Destroying your own world, And I do... the tragedy of white people. I do think that, that in Hollow Knight, like, I do think that, like, SHEO and the NAILSMITH can have a happy ending, and, like, Cornifer and Zelda can have a happy ending, and I do think that, like, getting rid of the infection, at least, and getting rid of traces of the Pale King, at least leaves, like, what's left behind could, like, when a field goes fallow, like, the next season, new things can take root. So, it's a sad ending, but, like, it's also, maybe I just always have hope for the future, like...
Yeah, no, like, I try to. So I feel that. This was a good game, that's what I'm saying.
There's also, friends are linking in the chat, like, fanfics and meta, which I love, so definitely, one friend has written some really great meta about the Radiance being, like, all of her attacks being, like, either AoE or distance attacks, and how she herself deals no contact damage. Like, she is one of the only encounters in Hollow Knight that deals no contact damage. I don't know if you guys remember that even, that golden husk in the City of Tears, like, I stood right there and let it walk into me and deal contact damage, but the Radiance deals no contact damage, and so there's some meta that can be gleaned on that about how she might have been a pacifist prior to this.
I think that definitely shows that she was a kind, pacifistic deity, and has sort of had to change her like central character in order to be able to attack. And like
the moths themselves, that's canon, like that the moths were pacifists, and the only combat ones we know are Mark Moth and Thistlewind. I know it's Markoth, I'm just being a shit. Like, those are the two outliers. Like, the mods themselves were pacifistic people.
Yeah, and Markoth and Thistlewing became aggressive after this stuff started happening. So, like, again, a change in nature of the mods to have to defend themselves.
And then Markmoth got locked behind a shade gate, which, if we remember the dialogue of the Pale King being like, I'm going to play with the void and make it do what I want, it kind of goes to follow that he's probably the one who put all the shade gates up.
Yeah, probably.
Because somebody had to.
And I would not be surprised if he had put one specifically to trap a moth.
So, Hollow Knight, my friends, thanks for watching,
Yep.
thanks for listening. This episode was like, I think we did a solid 30 minutes of just talking.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we're gonna stream it, but I do think, Sam, if we play Dark Souls, I do think you will like it. Or at least I don't know if you'll like the game. I think you'll like what the
I'll
game
like
presents
crying.
to you.
I'll
You
like,
might, yeah, you might like
big
crying.
dog.
Like I think you'll like the mood. Yeah, you're gonna like the dog is
I'll
sad.
cry about the dog.
You're gonna like the mood, and you're gonna like the feel of it is very similar to Hollow Knight. I'm not sure if you'll like playing it, but we'll see.
Well, I want everyone to think happy thoughts about Fangamer releasing a plush of Hollow themselves or the Radiance or both.
Everyone, do a prayer circle for Sam.
Also, if they can do one of the Broken Vessel for me, that'd be great. Like, just think like you can have a big minky like blob of infection, and it can just be soft and snuggleable. Oh, and Chad is telling me that if you manage to dream nail the Radiance, which I am sure not, because she kicks my ass.
Yeah, you were, sir, just trying to stay alive.
She apparently will say, "I'm not afraid of you," but it's like in all, like, she's like, "I'm not afraid of you," like, you know, stock line of every character who's freaking out and terrified. Thank you for the chat, chat for pointing that out. Yeah, so super excited about new Hollow Knight merch dropping on Friday.
Yep.
And thank you again, everyone, for joining us on this journey. This sad journey. I would encourage everyone to treat themselves to like some nice tea or something sweet. I personally had a raspberry Kit Kat prior to the stream.
Man,
I've given you.
I had some
given
cookies.
you.
I've given me
you
one.
too.
That's true. That's true.
I can
you
give
gave
you
me
more.
two.
I just keep forgetting.
But yeah, no, I think I enjoyed them more than you did.
But anyway, treat yourself to something nice. Buy yourself a pint of ice cream to keep in the house when we all have to be on lockdown for the next 5 months.
And don't drill a hole in your
What?
head. That's a Sawbones bending. That is Sawbones. Go listen to
Okay.
Sawbones, it's delightful.
Alright.
At the end of every episode, Justin Matterwood says, "Don't drill a hole in your head," because their first episode was on
Wow.
trepanation, which is
God,
drilling a hole in your head. Or one of their first
that
episodes.
freaks me out on the same level as the juice from Golden Kamui. So
Go watch Golden
I think
Kamuy. It's too wild
we've
to be
reached the point of
depressing.
the stream where we're just plugging stuff. So I'm gonna say good night, my friends.
Yeah, bye.
Good night, everyone. Take
Later.
care of yourselves. And where's my stream thing to end the stream? There it is. Oh, game completion. There we go. Alright. Good
You
night.
did it. Good night.